Hello everyone. It's GG Calvin. Welcome to another live stream. We're in Palworld, and I'm here today to bring a little bit of that cozy game aesthetic as a cozy gamer in Palworld. It's one of the most popular games happening right now. Today we're probably just going to go around building up stuff, crafting, and maybe go catch some pals, explore some new areas. I've actually been, since last week, I've actually been able to progress further in the game off stream and open up a lot more of the map, although there's probably a lot that I still have not discovered. Anything that is shown on the map are places that I've been able to see and get to. I've been using the Nightwing, and this is my main base. Actually, one of the cool things that I discovered recently was the incubator right here, or unlocking the ability to craft an incubator and then to start incubating a bunch of these eggs that I have. Let's see. These are the pals that I typically have in my party, and I think that means these are the pals that I carry with me when I go on journeys. So yeah, today's really just going to be a relaxed hangout in Palworld. If we have time later on, I might get into Terraria or Undertale. And we'll just hang out and talk. These are some of the pals that I was able to hatch. So actually, Catris is one of the ones I was looking for. So I don't need to catch Catris because I've been able to hatch one. And let's see if I can call up not this one, but this one. One of my Nightwings. This has been my main mode of transportation, flying around on Nightwing. And I've actually created a second base over here, which is this stone fortress. Oh, one of the things I was also able to open up are these machine guns. So I crafted 2 of them, put them at the top right here, in case I need to have aerial defense. And so this second fortress, so I'm able to operate a second base. It has 3 stories, and I'm actually gonna dive into here. And we've got some different pals working, as you can see. It's pretty rudimentary at this time, not a lot of stuff, but I was really just experimenting with building out more of a kind of a fortress type space. And I've got, these are all the pals that are working. So I even have this Van Worm, which I think is a dragon. The cool thing about the Lift Monk that I have in my party, level 30, is that he has like a little machine gun that he can fire. So I'm starting to open up more weapons in the game. And got a little more decoration going on. Got torches, little cabinets right there where I store some weapons. Here's Van Worm. I just have him posted out on the front right here. I got a little grazing area on the side right here as well, where I got Chickpea and Lamball doing their thing. So I kind of built it on this mountainous area because I felt this would be harder for a lot of the NPC raiders or wild pals to attack from, although of course aerial attacks might be something to deal with. So eventually I want to build out some machine guns here as well. But let's call up the Nightwing, and actually what I should do is use the fast travel and go to another point. I've actually been using fast travel a lot more to just get around. And actually let me take this egg because I'm going to go hatch it in the incubator in the first base. So I kind of call this base my this particular base my second base, and then obviously my first one is the first base. Not too fancy with the naming. But let's head on over. So I think my internet is holding up today, which is good. Oh. Looks like I chose, I basically went back to the same spot. I need to go to this one right there. This game is so immersive. There's so much to do, and I feel like you can approach the game any way that you want. You can get into combat. You can get into just building stuff. You're not limited in any particular way, which I think is really, really cool. Okay, let's see. Actually, let's build a little bit more of these. This first base has been kind of like my home in terms of like farming and supplies. It's not really combat fitted, although obviously I do have some defenses set up. I don't know if there's going to be a raid today, an NPC raid. I've had 2 NPC raids with human raiders, and then a third one was with wild pals. It was a bunch of dire howls, and I can't remember the other wild pal type that was with it, but that was the third raid I experienced earlier this week off stream. But since then, I actually have not been getting that many raids, which is nice. You know, I prefer not to get into raids. I'd rather... ooh, got weighed down by too much stuff. Sometimes this happens where... Oh, I picked up too much stone. I think I was standing by the quarry there. So I'm just going to kind of inch my way back over to this storage box. Another thing I could do actually is build a storage box by the quarry and just dump it there. But I have a bunch of stone in this one particular box here, which is not too far away. I've also set up a production assembly line and a sphere assembly line. I found Sekhmet, the Egyptian cat girl. So she's doing her little dance over there. And I've assigned her to that corner. And looks like she's going to go get some food right now. And then I don't have a pal assigned to planting seeds, and like I don't know if I can do that. It actually would save me a lot of time. I do have some pals like the T-Fant who will often water the crops, and I am not assigning the T-Fant to that. The T-Fant is just naturally, casually watering the plants, which is really helpful. So here I got some wild red berries, pal sphere that's just spawning naturally, which is cool. I also have this wheat crop area here, and from the wheat I can actually make flour. Oh, Lift Monk's trust increased to 3. Its stats rose. Okay, that's cool. So I've got one Lift Monk who is the one with the little machine gun. So if we get into any kind of combat later on, I might show you how it gets into action. Yeah, but sometimes in these streams I love talking about entertainment stuff as well, whether it's movies or games. And one of the cool things that I know just happened, I think actually last night at the time of this recording, was the Disney convention, fan convention D23. It actually just, it's on this weekend in Anaheim, California. And there was an announcement last night for the cast of the new X-Men movie, which I thought was really cool. So you may have heard of some of the news already. And I'm surprised they didn't have any casting mentions for Magneto or any of the mutants that are in his group, the Brotherhood of Mutants. So my thinking is that actually I'm suspecting that the X-Men are going to be more of antagonists in the MCU, and at least starting off. And the new movie is going to come out in May of 2028, so basically almost 2 years from now. My apologies for any background noise that's happening right now. So anytime I have these new pals being born, they pop up. So I got like Pola Pup right here. And then I thought I had another one. Or maybe it's just Pola Pup right now. Yeah, okay. In the meantime, we might start to do some traveling. I got a Spark It right there. So what I like to do is I like to open up the map and kind of see, okay, where have I not gone to yet? But oh, I've also been tackling some of the bosses, as you can see right here. So, excuse me, we might want to go and do some of that. as I've been upgrading my pals, especially the ones that travel with me, like the Nightwing, I have been giving them more gear, and so they are. Oh, it looks like we got to go to that dungeon down there, and I think there's a boss in there. So let's see who that is. This is basically more the combat part of the game, which I'm still getting a hang of it, but there's value to it because I think anytime you enter into a battle, like a dungeon like this, oh, so that's actually the primary fire for this Nightwing. So anytime I go into a dungeon and win a battle, I'm essentially gaining ancient technology points. Oh, I'm just checking the chat. Hello, Kuzi Prot RO72. Thanks for coming by. Okay, so I'm trying to engage in combat right here with this guy, Pretty Knocked, NOCT. Ooh, look out, look out, look out, look out. Trying to dodge him or her. And I also have, oh, this is my first time fighting this particular boss, and oh, the thing that I've discovered that is good to do is just to keep moving and using terrain when I can. So I'm trying to move around these pillars right now. Oh, will I get the first shot off? Oh, I can't. Oh, missed the shot there. But yeah, we're just gonna take it easy, not stressing out too much. And then we were able to take it out. And then usually drop some goods here and there. But the funny thing about Palworld is when you see the bodies of the characters. So I'm reading chat. Hello, hello. Yeah, how am I? Thank you for asking. Doing okay. Doing okay on this lazy Saturday where I'm at. I hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're having a restful start to your weekend. I know everyone's in like different time zones. So yeah, I'm trying to do some more live streams on the weekends when my schedule allows. And that way I hope that this time for live streaming is much more of a hangout time. Oh, no worries. I see your comment, Kuzi Prot RO7-2. No worries at all about not knowing about Palworld. I'm relatively new to the game. I'm relatively new to the game myself, but I find that it's pretty intuitive. So having played games like Stardew Valley, even like Terraria, that I've been getting more into, I feel like those kind of games really make it easier to understand how to play Palworld. Also Pokemon. I think Pokemon is a big one for a lot of people in this game. So on the map right here, I was kind of showing basically anything that is visible, like with these, and especially with like these blue eagle icons. Those are like the fast travel points. And anything that's black, that's like in the perimeter, or like little black spot areas in the middle, those are areas I haven't traveled to yet. So there's a lot that I have still yet to discover. Yeah, thank you for the comment about gathering a community. I'm very thankful for just the reception and the comments that people have been giving in terms of the videos that I've been making, and thank you for supporting. I think it was about 8 or 9 months ago I started making consistently more videos like vlogs for Stardew, and then that started to expand to other games, especially like cozy games, and then most recently Terraria and then Undertale has really picked up. Oh, thanks for coming from Instagram. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Like Instagram was actually the more of the latest social media platform that I started using for my vlogs. As I mentioned, I initially started on YouTube and TikTok, and then I've been trying to build up more videos on Instagram. So I really appreciate the support. So thank you for coming across my videos there. Now I'm looking at the map and I'm trying to think where I should go next. It's interesting, like this whole area that's dark, it's actually like in a volcano. And I think every time I go there, it's like too hot. Like I don't think I have the proper outfit to get there, but let's try to explore. We're gonna go over here. I have a I think it's called like a hot tundra outfit or something like that. Okay, how come I can't get there? Fast travel can be used. Oh, okay. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to jump. Oh, okay. I need to, because I'm not at a fast travel point. That's why I need to go back to one. So I think I was up in that tower right up here. This tower that's right up. So this game is really interesting because obviously it's like 3D. And the game came out about 2 years ago in early access, and maybe about a month and a half ago, or maybe 2 months, it went into version 1.0. I'm falling because I needed to regain my stamina, and then I'll fly back up there. But I know the joke for this game has been, people have joked about how this is like Palworld with no, not Palworld, Pokemon with guns. Yeah, that's a good suggestion about arc logic. The volcano has a lot of strong pals. I think so too. Yeah, so we're gonna try to go over here and let's see what happens. I think you're right. There's a lot of really strong pals there. And then, okay, so as you can see, I need to switch off my outfit real quick and it'll start to cool off a little bit. And kind of like Pokemon, the pals, you capture them with these spheres. They don't call them, Pokeballs because of, copyright and all that. But this dramatic music kicks in whenever there's these pals or NPCs. And it looks like there's some NPCs right beneath me when they're going to get antagonistic. So I might actually, let's see, I think I can take out these 3 real quick. They seem to be stuck in that corner, so I might be able to just use my crossbow if I can. There's definitely like glitchy things with the game because you can see they're running in place right now. But let me drop a energy ball on them. And did it take them out? I think it did take them out. Yeah. So in the game, there are these like NPC raiders that they're called the Syndicate, and they're basically a gang. Terrorists, thugs, I guess you could say. And they have different bases throughout the world. And you can go on these side quests or missions to invade or to infiltrate and then like free some of the pals that they've captured, which I've done a few times already. So here there's an egg. So when we find these eggs, I can take them back to my home base and then put them in an incubator and it'll grow pals. I've heard that you can also breed pals, I guess like combining different species, and that'll make new ones. I have not done that yet because I think I haven't unlocked that ability, but at some point that's going to get kind of interesting. So here's part of the volcano, and I'm just kind of taking a look based on my map. Where's the best place to head? It almost seems like there's a base or a fortress up there, so I just got to be watchful in case there's any people who want to attack. But yeah, actually, this game, especially when I'm on this particular pal called the Nightwing, which as you can see is kind of a eagle, it actually makes me feel like How to Train Your Dragon, if you know that animation movie. I know there's a live action movie that I think came out last year, which is basically the animated movie made real life, right? Oh. Yeah, oh, hold on. I was reading the comment and then these guys started to appear beneath me. Once again, let's see, let's take care of them. I'll take care of one of them. Wow, they got like flamethrowers going. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh. Did I get him? one of them. Okay. I think we got him. Oh, there's one more. The controls are a little bit wonky at times. Oh. I'm letting this guy just take me out here. He's on fire, I think. Okay, I think we got him. I think we got him there, but I think I also got taken out. Ah, okay. Yes, yes. It's cool that you know the series, How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can actually respawn back at the same spot. Because I actually have a second Nightwing in my backpack, in my inventory. So even though the first one got knocked out, we're gonna hop on the second one. Little hack that I thought of. And that way I can pop back in this area. Now, where was the area that I was at? Trying to look at the map. These pals here seem peaceful, so I'm not trying to aggravate them. Okay. Well, I guess we'll head in this direction, because it looks like the fortress... Oh, no, wait. I'm trying to head in the opposite direction then. Okay. Basically, I'm trying to go in the areas that I have not explored yet. Which I guess is kind of up here. Yeah, I think it's up here. Good question about losing items. I don't think I do. So I actually looked in my inventory. It looks like everything's still there. And then all the pals are there. But the first Nightwing, to your question, the first Nightwing that got injured is still injured because it appears red, as you can see right here. And I can only heal that Nightwing. I think either I need medicine, or I go back to home base and put him back in the PAL computer. And it usually takes about like 9 to 10 minutes to heal up to full strength. So we'll eventually do that, but I wanted to venture in this area a little bit more before heading back. That PAL right there, that's kind of off to the left, looks a little bit aggressive, so I'm going to avoid him for right now. So I think depending on the game difficulty too, because I think I have it at like casual right now. It's possible that at the more like hardcore mode that you might lose items. So I just want to mention that. Are those? Oh, those are more thugs, NPC thugs. Let me. It's like they all respawned basically. Let's see. We're gonna try to dodge him a little more here. You know what? Actually, what I might do... Oh, sorry. Oh. I'm actually trying to hop off my guy. And then I'm gonna... Oh. I was gonna try to... So I was calling out this little guy, Lift Monk, because he's got the machine gun on. But my Nightwing, basically, when I hopped off my Nightwing, he took care of all the bad guys here. And yeah, I'm reading the comments too. Yeah, good mechanic. Exactly, exactly. So, okay, actually, this Lift Monk, he can be a little bit aggressive. I don't want him to shoot at this pal. So I'm gonna walk by a little more before I bring back Nightwing. Okay, let's see if we can go up to this fortress area up here. It's a little bit of a steep climb, and throughout the game you're kind of upgrading your abilities. And the big one for me is like stamina, because on huge climbs like this, you can probably see like there's this white energy bar that's decreasing to the right of my character. I have to kind of like reset it at certain points, and then I can keep going up. So Palworld is really a really fun game, and also you can do it multiplayer. So I have friends who they like to play on one server, and they'll like automate like all their farming and stuff like that. I just play, you know, by myself in this particular world, at least at this time. So I'm trying to grab that egg right here. And we're going to keep going up towards this fortress to the best of our ability. We got to reset real quick. But it's a very beautiful world, 3D world that the developers have created. It reminds me a lot of Breath of the Wild. If any of you, or Kuzi brought RO7 too, if you've ever played Breath of the Wild on Nintendo. This game really makes me think of that. You know, it's just very immersive, and I'm sliding down right now. Let me see if I can hop on here and like regain. I'm probably gonna have to actually go across, not like straight up this incline, but over here. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, okay. I'm actually looking down right there. There's an egg, but can I get to at least the edge? Let me see. Probably not. Okay, I'm gonna reset my stamina once again. Let's see if I can go straight up. Yeah, but one thing I really appreciate about this game is just how intuitive it is. Like, there wasn't really that much of like a tutorial or like really complicated mechanics. I felt that it was relatively easy to grasp the basics and then just start exploring. And I think everyone's experience in Palworld is different based on what they like to do. Like, I think some people are probably really into the combat aspect, and you know, they've got their pals with all kinds of weapons and stuff like that. I'm just going very basic with the exploration and basic farming. Some combat here and there, but certainly not as much as others. Okay, let me try to reset stamina. One of the things too about being able to fly in this game is that it opened up so much more of the map, and being able to get to these like high vantage points and then being able to look around and just see like, oh, okay, this is where everything's at, and okay, the volcano area, and there's like an island out there with a bubble on it. Let me also stock up on food. So you kind of feed, you can feed food to yourself and to your pals to keep your energy going. So we're gonna keep going up here. See, there's like a couple islands out there, a frozen island, a little desert island. So there's a big tree. It's called the World Tree. It actually reminds me of Elden Ring a little bit. Like, I've played a little bit of Elden Ring, but not as much recently. But I think there's like a huge tree that you see at the beginning of Elden Ring. That's a game I've actually wanted to get more into, but it is quite challenging. Okay, let's see. I think there's a little bit more to this tower, and then we'll see what more is up here. Now these buildings, I don't know if we can actually go into them. Some of them we can. I'm reading your comments. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, the game does look really good. I think it is, so I'm playing on PC, on Steam. I believe it's available on other consoles. And so I think depending on, you know, maybe future discounts, that kind of stuff, you know, depending on what platform you might be using, hopefully there's an opportunity that you can play it in the future. I do think too it is kind of cool to watch other people play, because that's also a nice way to experience the game as well. And so that's another reason why I wanted to do a little bit more like live streaming, is that it's sharing the experience with others. I think videos and like shorter, like, so I do longer form videos on YouTube, and then shorter videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. Like, those are great too, but obviously they're kind of, you know, they're more edited, right? And they don't necessarily capture every moment of the gameplay. It's a very short experience. Okay, so here it looks like, yeah, a lot of rock, a lot of lava. I'm kind of thinking, I mean, we can keep going. And let's see if there's anything like over on the other side of this mountain. Looks like there's something over here. Oh, okay, so sometimes you also find like these treasure chests. Now the funny thing here is like when I go up to it, usually there's a mechanic where a window is going to pop up and it's going to ask me to unlock it. But I've noticed that there are these chests, like this one right here, where the window is not coming up for me to unlock it. And I think these treasure chests are actual creatures. I don't know if they're pals necessarily, but I'll show you, like, if I actually try to, like, shoot it, like, I'm going to hit it with an arrow, I think it's going to grow legs, and then it's going to run off. And, oh, I'm reading your comment. Oh, okay, about your laptop. Ah, I see. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that can be challenging if the laptop is of certain specifications. Okay, so I'm going to shoot this treasure chest. Oh, it didn't move. Interesting. Oh. Let me hop off and let's see. Oh, this one, okay, this one did open up. Okay, it needs a copper key, which I don't think I have. Okay, well, we'll have to come back another day for that. There's actually a tool to do lock picking, which I've unlocked, but I haven't built the tool yet. Okay, I'm gonna hang out here, regain my stamina. You can kind of see as I swivel around. Like some of the map I think is just pure ocean, like out there in the horizon, right? And maybe the game devs will develop more islands later on. But okay, I'm hopping up here. Yeah, Terraria, I think, you know, I'm a newcomer to the game, but I can see how the game obviously has been around for several years, and it has such a dedicated fan base and community around it. Last week when I was live streaming, I was hearing about another viewer was mentioning that there are different challenges, like different event challenges that people will do in Terraria to, like, I guess, like build things in a certain time frame, or like maybe it's, you know, like a speed run type of thing. Oh, let me try to get up here. Okay, there we go. So I seem to be at the highest point. We're gaining my stamina. I'm kind of looking around. Okay, so it looks like there's a tower down there, 12 o'clock. And then there's a tower right here, and then there's a fast travel point, which is the little orange flamey thing. Not the lava, but there's like a torch right there. So I probably want to go there first. It's kind of a priority to open up the fast travel points first, because kind of like in Mario Brothers, you know, where you have like the warp zones. You can warp from one place to the next. So let's actually go over there first. Actually, let me make sure. Have I gone to that point? It's interesting because... Oh, okay. We're going to go over there. It's very quiet in this area, too, which is a little bit eerie. I kind of feel like, there's no NPC raiders. There's no pals. It's just very, very quiet. I don't know if that's because it's a volcano type situation. So yeah, right 12 o'clock, straight up ahead. I'm trying to head to this, I can actually accelerate, fast travel point, which I want to unlock. And every time I unlock it, it gives me these technology points. And then when I go into my technology menu, there's these different gear that I can start to open up. There's like decorative stuff, there's weapons, there's medicine, armor. So that's how you kind of like advance and progress in the game. I'm also reading your comments that you're sharing. Bunch of bosses and a few events of Terraria. Pretty much all the events include a group enemy spawning specific event, and usually some special and useful drops and achievements. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'll probably have to check out some of those events myself in the future. Or even to, like, maybe try one. Okay, I have a feeling that this tower right here is probably a boss. Yeah, join a boss battle, but let me see. Sometimes it'll level 30. Do we want to try it? Let's try it. Let's live dangerously. Let's see how it goes. It's probably a pal inside there. And Okay, so I've got one Nightwing and I've got the Lift Monk. Oh, this is interesting. A cinematic. A human. I have no idea who this is. Like in Pokemon, it's like the rival Pokemon traders. Or trainers. Oh, what is that?